Some days ago, I started a series I called The Mistakes That Made Me, all right? My name is 𝐌𝐢𝐬𝐭𝐚 and I am a toilet paper entrepreneur. And I felt like I should share my experiences, on how I got from being a salesman to starting the toilet paper business and the challenges that I met on the way that maybe could help someone down the line to know exactly what to do if you are starting out new in the market space. So I'll be breaking down into a series of teachings that hopefully would address all the issues or the experiences that I had that didn't really break me but really made me who I am today. Sounds interesting? So let's get started. So when we came into the market space, and we didn't have any experience prior to entering the market space, so we learned from the experiences we had in the market space, and some of them were not good, some were insightful, but in all we were not broken by them. So when we came to the market space as newbies, people didn't want to listen to us as such. Every business has market leadership and those who are currently dictating the terms in the market space. So coming as a fresher, as a new person into the market was not easy. So we met lots of resistance from distributors. Those who wanted to buy from us were giving us very unfavorable terms, and we didn't like them. We didn't like that, rather. So the few people that wanted to buy from us looked at our products. Then they looked at our product and said, it's too small. This one is just too small. Why don't you make it big? Make it very, very big, and then sell cheaper than the leading brand in the market space. So not that we are desperate, but you could also say that we were desperate. We wanted to sell. We've produced in the warehouse and we needed to sell, pay rent, pay salaries, and get some money into the business. So we went back to the drawing board and we obeyed what they said. We increased our product size, made it a lot larger than that of the leading brand in the market space, and like they said, we reduced the price. That was the first mistake. Now, we went back to them with the increased product size and reduced product price. And they said, this is what we want. This is what now you've started. And believe me, the orders started coming in, all right? They started placing their orders. We are, trying to supply the demand and all that. Now, the first mistake that we made was we didn't go back to calculate our cost, the cost of producing this and the consequent selling price. We just wanted to compete because we wanted to sell. And that was not very good, because somewhere down the line, another request came. So back then in 2016, when we were making this big size, the size that they told us to increase was our big size, what they call the jumbo size in the market space. So when we brought that, these distributors are always hungry to make profits. So they asked us to do the mini size, the one they call mini toilet rolls. It was sold for 15 naira then. Most hotels use that one. So they told us to manufacture that. That was packed by 6, and in a bag you have about 8 of them. It was very, very tough to make. Okay, so we went back to the drawing board again. We wanted to sell, and we produced yet another size without recourse to cost, and we brought it to the market space. They liked it. We sold at prices cheaper than leading brands in the market space. So we repeated the same mistake twice. We produced the jumbo size, sold cheaper than the current leaders in the market space. We now went back to produce the smaller size and still sold it cheaper, and it was bigger than the current leadership in the market. So the message for you today is, before you go out there to benchmark not even benchmarking, because this wasn't benchmarking, to copy your competitor, make sure you've done your cost analysis to know that this particular price you're selling will make you profitable down the line. Because we weren't profitable. It took the action of an auditor it took the invitation of an auditor to tell us that, look, you guys have barely 2 months to survive in this market. So you don't listen all the time to the voice of the customer, especially when you are copying when copying is your only strategy, all right? We eventually evolved, but this was what nearly kept us out of the market space. So you don't have to listen to the distributors that are trying to put pressure on you to do things that you don't really have an idea of what the consequence will be like in the market space for you. So we didn't do our calculations very well. We just produced and kept producing without looking at our cost structure, and that was pretty bad for business. So if you're out there, please copy wisely, copy with your cost in mind, and filter what distributors tell you whenever you want to bring your product in the market space. So in the next episode, I will be talking about another mistake that made me, and hopefully you will learn a thing or two that would help you to stay competitive in your market space, especially if you're selling in Nigeria. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.